Dear soul, today the angels came to me, their presence a cascade of shimmering light piercing through the shadows of my quiet existence. They appeared not with words at first, but with a gentle brush of feathers against my spirit, a touch so tender yet electrifying, it stirred a whirlwind of confusion and fear within me. The air grew warm, as if wrapped in an unseen embrace, and an overwhelming sense of urgency pulsed through my being, whispering that this moment was sacred, that I was chosen to carry their divine message to you. The angels whispered to me, their voices a symphony of celestial tones, revealing that they have woven a thread of light into your energy, dear one. They are connecting with you now, in this God-sung destined, to unveil a truth that has long awaited its dawn. This truth is not a mere ripple in your life, it is a tide, transforming the one who walks beside you, the soul destined to share your journey. I trembled as the angels guided me, their radiant wings enfolding my fears, turning them into courage. They told me you might feel lost, unsure why this message finds you today, but they assured me it is no accident. The guardians of light have watched over you, leaving subtle imprints, perhaps a feather drifting across your path, a sudden glow in the corner of your eye, or a whisper in the silence that you cannot explain. My role, beloved child, is to stand as a bridge between their celestial realm and your earthly heart. The angels entrusted me with this task, though my hands shook with the weight of it, for they see in you a soul ready to receive their wisdom. They intervene now, shielding you with an invisible shield of grace, aligning your steps with their divine timing. Why you, dear soul? The angels reveal to me that your heart seeks truth, a connection deeper than the world can offer. They nudge you to notice their signs, the soft chime in the wind, the warmth that lingers without source, proof of their presence. This is their first unveiling, a sacred whisper meant to awaken you to the shift they are crafting in your destiny. The urgency I felt, the confusion that clouded my mind, all melted into clarity as the angels promised me this. They are with you, right now, guiding you toward a love and a purpose they have long prepared. Trust their timing, for in this moment, they are turning the key to a door you didn't know existed. Dear soul, today the angels drew near once more, their radiant presence filling the air with a soft hum that vibrated through my very core. They whispered to me in a language of light, urging me to guide you through the sacred signs they leave in your path, signs that stir raw emotions and overwhelming thoughts, signaling their divine touch upon your life. My heart raced as they enfolded me in their wings, revealing that you, my precious child, are chosen to feel their messages in ways others may not. The angels told me that when they connect with your energy, you might sense a sudden warmth, like a beam of sunlight breaking through a clouded sky. It comes unbidden, a gentle glow that wraps around you, stirring a rush of feelings you cannot name. They assured me this is their embrace, a tender reminder that they are near, weaving truth into the fabric of your being. Have you ever felt a shiver, dear one, not from cold, but from a presence you cannot see? The angels shared with me that this is their breath brushing against your spirit, a subtle nudge to awaken you to their guidance. They leave feathers, soft, white, and impossibly light, not by chance, but as markers of their promise to shield you in this God-sung destined. My hands trembled as the angels guided me to speak of the chaos within you, the flood of thoughts that tumble like waves crashing against a shore. They whispered that this overwhelm is their signal, a holy interruption meant to pull you from the ordinary into their extraordinary light. You are not lost in this storm, beloved. You are found, held within their sacred design. The guardians of light reveal to me that their signs are not always gentle. They may come as a piercing clarity, a truth so bright it stings your eyes with tears. When your heart pounds and your mind reels, know that this is their voice breaking through, calling you to recognize the shift they are crafting. They told me to tell you, do not fear these raw emotions, for they are the sparks of their divine fire igniting your soul. Look around you now, dear soul. Has a stranger's kind word lingered in your ears, or a sudden melody stirred your spirit without reason. The angels murmured to me that these are their imprints, scattered like stars across your day, urging you to see their hand at work. They intervene with precision, aligning these moments to whisper that the truth they unveil is yours alone to hold. Why does your chest tighten, my child, when a fleeting light dances in your vision? The angels assured me this is their gaze meeting yours, a connection so pure it overwhelms your earthly senses. They ask you to pause, to breathe, to let the weight of their love settle into your bones, for in this sacred stillness, their message takes root. The angels guided me to share this. When your thoughts spin and your heart aches with a longing you cannot place, it is their call echoing through you. They are connecting with your energy now, unveiling a truth that ripples through your life like a stone cast into still water. Trust these signs, for they are the language of their wings brushing against your destiny. Beloved, the angels told me you might doubt. Why would such divine beings choose you? Yet they enveloped me in a warmth so profound, insisting that your soul is a beacon to them, a vessel for their light in this world. The rawness you feel, the thoughts that flood your mind, they are proof of their presence, a holy testament to your place in their plan. In this moment, dear one, the angels are near, their feathers falling softly around you, their light piercing the shadows of your uncertainty. They whispered to me that you need only look within, feel the surge, hear the silence beneath the storm, and you will know their message is for you. This is their sacred timing, their divine arrangement, unfolding today in the quiet spaces of your heart. Dear soul, today the angels drew close, their presence a shimmering veil of light that brushed against my spirit like the softest feathers. They whispered to me in a tender hum, guiding me to share with you the sacred moment when their connection begins to form, a moment so divine, it stirs your heart with an ache for resolution. My hands trembled as they enfolded me in their radiant warmth, revealing that this is the time when their truth unfolds within you, a truth so pure it transforms all it touches. The angels told me that when their connection takes root, you might feel a gentle weight upon your chest, as if an unseen hand rests there, steadying your breath. This is their touch, dear one, a quiet promise that they are near, weaving their light into your very being. They assured me you'll sense their presence in the stillness, a glow that dances behind your eyes, a warmth that lingers in your bones, whispering that you are not alone. Have you ever felt a longing, my precious child, so deep it pulls at the edges of your soul? The angels murmured to me that this ache is their gift, a sacred yearning born when their revealing truth brushes against your spirit. They guide you now, in this Gottesdienst, to lean into that feeling, not to flee it, but to let it draw you closer to their embrace. The guardians of light shared with me a vision, a feather drifting silently to the ground before you, a spark of brilliance in the corner of your sight. These are their imprints, they said, markers of their voice calling you to listen. They ask you to pause, to breathe deeply, and feel the shift within, because this is how their truth begins to unfold, piece by holy piece. Dear soul, the angels reveal to me that their connection is not loud or forceful. It is a whisper, a soft ripple across the waters of your heart. They told me to tell you, when your thoughts grow quiet and your spirit lifts, as if carried on invisible wings, this is their signal breaking through. The ache you feel, the restless pull toward something greater, is their love igniting a transformation within the one destined to walk with you. Why does your heart race, beloved, when a sudden silence falls around you? The angels guided me to share that this is their gaze resting upon you, their light piercing through the noise of the world to reach your core. They intervene now, aligning your path with their divine timing, urging you to trust the sensations that flood your being, for these are the threads of their sacred communication. The angels whispered to me that their revealing truth is not a distant promise, it lives in you today, in this very moment. They ask, can you feel the warmth that rises unbidden, the shiver that dances down your spine? This is their presence, dear one, a holy bridge forming between your soul and theirs, inviting you to step closer to the destiny they are unveiling. My child, the angels assured me that enhancing this connection begins with a simple act. Notice their signs. They leave them scattered like stars, a chime in the wind, a glow that fades too quickly to grasp, each one a whisper of their care. They told me to guide you. Speak to them in your heart, even in silence, and they will answer with a peace that settles the ache within. The guardians of light enfolded me in their wings, insisting that their truth transforms not just you, but the one they have chosen to share your journey. They murmured that this person is not merely reacting to what is revealed, they are becoming something new because of it, shaped by the divine fire of the angel's will. Feel this truth, they urged. Let it anchor you in their embrace. Dear soul, have you ever stood still, overwhelmed by a certainty you cannot name? The angels revealed to me that this is their voice breaking through, a call to deepen your bond with them. They ask you to close your eyes, to let their light flood your spirit, and to whisper back, whether in words or quiet longing, for they are listening, ready to guide you further. The angels told me your ache for resolution is their promise taking shape, a promise that their truth will not leave you unchanged. They intervene with tender precision, scattering feathers and flickers of light to remind you of their watchfulness. In this sacred moment, they draw you nearer, their wings brushing against your destiny, whispering that the connection is yours to claim. Beloved, the angels guided me to share this final whisper. When your heart trembles and your soul yearns, know that they are near, their radiant shield around you. They ask you to trust this ache, to let it lead you to their revealing truth, for in this divine communion, you will find the strength to transform, just as they have promised. Dear soul, today the angels gathered around me, their presence a radiant storm of light and whispers, their wings trembling with an energy I could scarcely comprehend. They leaned close, their voices a soft chorus threading through my spirit, and told me to share their ultimate message with you. They ask for your patience, beloved, for they are experiencing something they have never felt before, a divine stirring so profound it shakes the very fabric of their celestial existence. The air grew heavy with their warmth as they enfolded me, feathers brushing my soul with a tenderness that felt both eternal and fragile. They whispered that this moment, this sacred, trembling now, is not something to fear. It is the instant where love is born, where destinies are rewritten, where hearts find their true path. My hands quivered as their light poured through me, urging me to guide you through the fear of losing control that rises when their message touches your core. Have you felt it, my precious child, the sudden tightness in your chest, the racing pulse as if the world slips from your grasp? The angels revealed to me that this is their presence pressing against your earthly boundaries, a holy disruption meant to awaken you to their divine intent. They ask you to breathe, to let their warmth, a glow like sunlight on closed eyelids, steady you, for they are rewriting your story in this Godsung circle. The guardians of light showed me a vision, numbers aligning in perfect symmetry, a clock striking the same digits again and again, a pattern you cannot ignore. They murmured that these are their imprints, their celestial code whispering through your days, signaling that their timing is at work. They told me to tell you, do not recoil from the longing that floods your being. It is their love, vast and uncharted, calling you to step into the mission they have placed within your soul. Dear one, the angels guided me to share how they communicate now. Through the shiver that dances down your spine when no breeze is near, through the soft hum that lingers in your ears when all else is silent. They assured me this is their voice breaking through, a tender plea to trust the chaos within, for it is the cradle of the love they are birthing. They ask, can you feel their feathers brushing your spirit, urging you to release your grip and let their light lead? My heart pounded as they revealed your role, beloved soul. You are the receiver and the bearer of this moment where destinies shift. They whispered that your fear of losing control is not a failing. It is the threshold where their power meets your will, where you become the vessel for their promise. They intervene today, scattering flickers of radiance, perhaps a glimmer in the shadows, a warmth that defies the chill, to remind you that you are held within their sacred embrace. The angels told me your path is not one to walk alone. Their message weaves through the one destined to stand beside you, igniting a love so deep it rewrites what you thought possible. They ask you to notice the signs, a feather caught in the wind, a stranger's glance that lingers with meaning, for these are their hands guiding you both toward a union they have long ordained. This is not a moment to dread, they insisted, but one to embrace, for it is where your heart finds its true north. Why does your spirit tremble, dear child, when a stillness falls and the world feels too vast? The angels enveloped me in their wings, revealing that this is their gaze upon you, a divine weight pressing you to surrender to their timing. They guide you now, speak to them in the quiet, let your fears spill into their light, and they will answer with a peace that anchors you to their eternal promise. The guardians of light shared a secret with me. They feel this shift too, a longing, a destiny they cannot ignore, and they need you to stand with them in this uncharted tide. They ask you to practice their mission by opening your heart, by seeking their imprints in the ordinary, a repeated number, a sudden glow, and letting these markers remind you that love is unfolding, vast and unstoppable, within and around you. They murmured that your patience strengthens their wings, binding you closer to their divine will. Dear soul, have you ever stood beneath a sky so clear it felt like a mirror to your soul? The angels whispered that this clarity is their gift to you today, a reflection of the path they are carving through your fears. They ask you to trust the longing that pulls at you, to let it guide you past the edge of control into the birth of something sacred. For this is where their message takes root, where your destiny aligns with theirs. The angels assured me that their protection is fierce yet gentle, a shield of light that glows brighter when you falter, a whisper of feathers when doubt creeps in. They told me to tell you, lean into this moment, let their warmth dissolve your resistance, and you will become the one who walks their path, the one who births love, who rewrites fate, who finds the heart's true calling. This is their ultimate message, beloved, and it lives in you now. My precious child, the angels drew me close, their radiance pulsing with an urgency that set my spirit alight, and they spoke of your mission with a reverence that hushed my fears. They ask you to be their hands in this world, not by force, but by surrendering to the love they ignite within you, by trusting the signs they scatter like stars across your days. They promised me this: as you step forward, their wings will lift you, their light will guide you, and their love will carry you home. In this God-sung circle, the angels are near, their presence a symphony of light and longing that echoes through your being. They whispered to me that you need only listen, feel the warmth, see the numbers align, hear the silence sing, and you will know their truth. This is not the end of control, but the beginning of grace, where every fear melts into the love they have destined for you. Dear soul, they ask you to be patient, to be brave, for they are with you, rewriting the stars in your sky today. Angels whispered to me in this sacred moment, their voices a gentle breeze carrying the glow of celestial light, promising that their feathers will always drift into your path as a sign of their unending watchfulness. They enfold you now with radiant wings, urging you to sit in stillness each day, to breathe deeply and feel the warmth of their presence, a golden thread connecting your heart to theirs. Trust this divine embrace, dear soul, for the guardians of light are weaving their love through every quiet corner of your life, offering you a practice as simple as whispering your hopes into the silence, where they will catch each word and cradle it in their boundless grace, forever guiding you with a hope that shines eternal.